Beyonce gives a surprise performance at apparently could be Blue Ivy's school, her elementary school, because there's been a number of sources confirming that she is enrolled there, but we don't know for sure. But this school, it's their 75th anniversary gala. And let me tell you about this gala, because it's a fundraiser. You typically would think like a principal is the host of the fundraiser. No, not this school. It was none other than Will Ferrell and Billy Crystal hosted this gala. And then a number of the attendees, I think there are rumors that Beyonce might get up and perform, but they did not know. And sure enough, she performed. Check out this Instagram video. So she did a cover of Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Amazing. Dolly Parton too, right? Because Dolly Parton, it was originally her song.
Is that who did it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dolly Parton originally did I Will Always Love You. Then Whitney Houston. Now Beyonce does a cover. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Okay, so I'm going to do this as my mom, if my mom was at this elementary school gala.
Mm-hmm. I brought cupcakes. Hi, Beyonce.
You would do it too.
I will always love Beyonce.
Blue Ivy League tuition. You guys want to know how much the tuition is?
How much is it?
Isn't it like $30K?
Yes. It's $18,000 to $30,000 to attend this
based on
financial
aid, and there are financial aid packages. I did look up the school. So I wanted to find out where it was. It's like in West Hollywood. It's got a roof deck that overlooks all of the city, and these little kids have no idea that it's that cool.
So tell me about the financial aid package. So if there is a child that wants to go there, they can.
They pride themselves on being a very diverse group in the center of an urban area. That urban area is still like Melrose and La Cienega, which is like right next to like the Pacific Design Center.
I live really close to
and
there.
Like Boys Town.
Yeah.
The like traditionally gay part of town, which is just a riot at night. But that's where it is, and it's been around for a long time, and people, you know, of all incomes, they say, from like a very low income to Beyonce,
that. But some people
kids
are
that go
paying
there.
the $30K. Some people, of course.
And that's not uncommon in Los Angeles and in major urban areas for a lot of kids. I mean, and I know someone who taught at a Silicon Valley version of this, and when you're pregnant, you sign up to get your kid on the list.
Absolutely.
Crazy to me.
Of course, there's a waiting list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this surprises me. I know that like the high schools, like the Harvard Westlakes and stuff, can have these lofty tuitions, but I did not know that a elementary school or how old is Blue Ivy? I feel like she's like preschool is paying $30,000 a year.
And to be there half the time if she's bi-coastal.
Yeah.
I sort of feel the opposite of you guys a little bit. I'm thinking like maybe that's not enough. If these families can pay that, why not charge more? Why do they need to have a fundraiser?
Yeah, well, they want to
expand. I wonder what the money from the fundraiser goes to.
They have a vision of how they want their campus to look in the future. They're trying to raise $25 or something million.
For school improvement.
For school improvement.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why just raise tuition another $10,000 per person. You'll be fine.
Here's the thing
if they could pay 30, why couldn't they pay 40?
But why does education even have to have a price tag anyways? Why does education have to have a price tag?
Oh my God, let's start. That's a huge discussion.
I know it is, but it's revolting to hear that this is $30K a year.
The reason it has a price tag is because of books and stuff, I guess, but also facilities. And if Harvard Westlake is this one school in Los Angeles that was in the league that I was in, it's like a private school league, and ours was like pretty good, but like Harvard Westlake was literally like 5 times our tuition. And it looks like you're walking around a major university when you're walking around there. And they have top grade science facilities and a water polo area.
See, that bums me out because I went to a public school in an area where I would walk around my campus and I didn't have those things. Like, I don't think that's fair. Like, I don't think it's fair that some students, and I get that these schools do try to diversify like that with their financial aid programs.
It's fair because the kids were born into rich families. Like, that's fair.
If you were a parent and you had a lot of money, wouldn't you want to give this education to your child if you thought it was better for all these reasons?
It's just so classist. I don't know. Go ahead.
They're still paying taxes. Like, when you send your kid to public school, you're doing that for free because your taxes are still paying for that. If you send your kid to private school, you're still paying taxes to fund public school. So in a very limited way, you're helping the public school by not burdening them with your
But I don't get
There you go.
I don't get like the perfect science lab. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, and that was my school compared to like Detroit schools. My mom was a teacher in Detroit, and those schools are like torn down.
Yeah.
You know,
mold, bugs.
horrible.
Just that's what they talked about in the debate yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grace?
I don't even know. I hear what you're both saying, and I don't even know if there's like if there's a solution or there's nothing really we can say like, well, this is the way forward. But it is really incredible to hear about how some kids will have an education that other kids will not even know. They will not even be able to fathom the
not an even
differences.
playing
It's,
field.
yeah,
That's the
it's really
problem,
not
is
an even playing
the
field. And then you
mark-
have, there's this system where some kids are just going to have more opportunities that were literally afforded to them, and other kids will just not have those opportunities.
Well, yeah,
And that's just how it is.
The thing that makes certain schools better, like the one my friend taught at was Bing Elementary, which is on Stanford's campus, like on the corner. And the education
whoa.
department that's coming up, like a top education department that studies this, is actually doing experimental projects at that school. And your kid, and they're not going to be crappy experiments, you're not going to,
Right.
they're trying these things that they've pretty much proven will work, and the best stuff they're doing there. I just don't know the marginal benefit of like, from $24 million to $26 million that you're putting into child's education at a private school. And I would only hope that for every dollar these parents who are super affluent are putting into their own kids' education, they would have the decency, to put that into public education or
I'm
perhaps
sure
a
not.
charter school. They're not going to do that, but
I
don't
went
know.
to public school and I thought it was great and it was fine. But you know what? If I had a lot of money and my parents had a lot of money, maybe they would have sent me to a private school and that would have been fine too. Like to each their own. And if I was Beyonce and I was talented and my daughter was going to the school and they asked me to help for a fundraiser, I would say yes. Hopefully she didn't get paid. I mean,
Hey,
Yeah,
and-
I'm sure she didn't get paid. That'd be weird. if
but
she got
nothing
paid.
wrong with a good old-fashioned bake sale. That's all I'm saying.
That's what it is. It's
You
like,
know what?
My
Maybe
mom
there was
wants
big
ham
sales.
with the bagel days.
Can I say, when I was on Larchmont Boulevard yesterday, I was so happy to see a group of elementary school kids doing a bake sale for Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Amazing. Whatever elementary school that was.
That's awesome.
major,
You know what would
major
be more
points.
impressive?
What?
Is if they said it was for Flint, Michigan, and then went and bought PlayStation games with it. Now those are
Racket is
entrepreneurs.
that?
that's the problem with public school.
Ugh. Public school
Okay,
kids would
you
never
guys.
come up with that.
You guys, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, make sure you check us out on watchable.com.